would.
You good, Morgan? Good. Good morning. It's 10 a.m. on Friday, January 10th, 2025. Call this meeting of the Wichita County Commissioners Court to order. Just before we get started real quick, I do want to acknowledge and thank Matt and Wilmer specifically for their work on getting the payroll and invoices and payments done and ready. Because even though the courthouse was closed yesterday, they still had that stuff to prepare. So I want to thank them, and also Ricky, want to thank you and your team for getting here early this morning to, well, honestly, the prep work y'all did ahead of time made it easy to get in and out here yesterday, and then the work y'all did this morning to make sure everybody was safe coming in. So thank y'all. All right, let's go to item number 1, review and discuss jail maintenance projects and work orders. Chief, what do you got?
I don't have an update, but I know that Cornerstone was here Tuesday, changing out that server that we talked about 6 weeks ago or so. Got all that taken care of. We did have one heating unit motor go out on Monday or Tuesday, got replaced, or got fixed. I don't think what was wrong with it. And then I don't have anything else, nothing major.
Okay.
Just the regular routine stuff.
I'm gonna have a few questions, but I'll wait till we do salaries and overtimes
Okay.
and stuff. Do y'all have any questions on jail maintenance projects, work orders? And we're completely done now with the trustee builder, correct?
We are.
That's what I was fixing to ask. It is complete.
Yes, y'all are welcome to come look at it anytime. We haven't got everything moved in there yet, but it is until it's completed.
Will you still have a bunch of stuff, Will, over in that other building?
The idea is to move everything there, and that's where they'll be at, all the supplies and everything.
I bet you we can help you find some stuff to store in there.
No.
We're good.
No.
You got a lot of room.
I do have 24 pallets of filing cabinets wrapped up, ready to go for auction.
Oh, and you've got some more up on the 4th floor in that old jail cell. I put them all in that restroom back there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, that's good to know.
At least 4 more pallets worth.
Now you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's all good stuff. It's good stuff.
Pass along to the trustees, they did an excellent job on the pews, by the way.
They came out pretty. I just noticed that last week. They stained out good. I
Yeah,
was kind of
they had to do
iffy
a
on
little
that.
cleanup work on them before they stained them, but they come out good.
Yeah.
And they're starting the chairs now, so,
Did they change the color of the stone?
yeah.
There's some throughout the courthouse that I think we ought to address while they got it all set up for that. Maybe bring them back to the matching color of that floor or that area.
Yeah, we got a myriad of different colors. So.
Yeah, we have so many different colors.
If we have it all set up right now, it'd be a prime time to do it.
They're-
If we have an area set up.
They're
we'll do
doing
it.
them over there, I believe, in the shop there off the old
Off the
jail.
old jail.
Yeah. So yeah, and as we continue to clean that out, we can definitely have more space in there to just sand them down.
They did good. Saved a lot of money.
At one time, majority of those benches and the chairs that are around, they were all here in this section of the junk pile years ago, and they have slowly refinished all those tables and chairs and pews. So
Yeah. They look great and they last a long time.
it's good wood.
Yep. All right, any other questions, comments? All right, move on to item number 2, receive status report on salaries and overtime. Everyone should have that from Wilmer in your inbox yesterday, I think 5:50-ish.
533.
5:33. Yeah, issuing companies,
Ish.
about 20 minutes each way.
Sometime after 5. We are back to, I think, 15 open positions.
That was fast.
That didn't take long. I think we have 5 in the process right now, working on. It is what it is.
So, and we're back up to that many open positions, and daily population's up nearly 100 from what it was the last year at this time. But it's funny, I was going back and looking at the try to compare. It's always hard to do apples and apples because of the way holidays fall on pay periods, but y'all's total sheriff's office and the jail primary among them overtime is down this year with a higher population than it was at this
I
year.
think it
last
has a
time.
lot to do with how we staged we got away from the blocks on, the 3-4-4-3, and we're doing more of a night and day, so, or eight day card, night card, and they're scheduled to work 5 days and off 2, but then when we have enough bodies, it's 4 days and off 3, and it's not the same group always off on the same, it slides across there,
Oh,
so.
okay.
It has actually worked out better for staff, and some days they only get 2 days off, some days they get their 3 days, and if we have plenty, they may take a 4th day. So, but currently we started a jail school this week. They'll run 1 week in this pay period and 2 weeks, or 2 weeks in this pay period and 1 the next, however it works out. And but we anticipate not having to do another jail school till August.
Okay.
So,
Well, I know
but we have like 10 or 12 in this one, just to keep from having to do another one later on or quickly.
I know I've been asked about this more than just about any other topic in some time. Just folks curious on the population that's not from the Wichita County inmates.
Yeah.
So
We talked about it.
Yeah.
I did some numbers on that. And so this is a 2-week period from December 20th to January 1st. And I just did worst case scenario, it was overtime to do those 2 pods. And that
Thanks,
was the net at the end, roughly. And that doesn't figure in every little penny.
You said that is figuring every little penny?
That's not figuring every little
Okay.
penny, but that's the bulk of the cost. And that was figuring staffing 2 pods at overtime at jail at 1 pay. Actually, just a little bit over jail at 1 pay.
Well, and it's funny, based on what we were just talking about, Chief, from what I can tell, I mean, you would have better insight into this, but from what I can tell, you've actually managed to run lower overtime with the new population from the outside than we're running at this time last year.
Well, and I don't know how many pods we had open last year. This time, we may have had 13 pods open, but they may have had, only 15 or 20 in a pod, to where these pods, the one for Collin County is, 40 people, so.
Yeah, so based on just kind of ballpark math, but heck, just in a 2-week period, it's been a net revenue of over $60,000.
Yes, sir.
Well, you were saying like you're 15 short right now. What are what were I remember the big numbers. Were we like at 25?
We were almost at 30 at one
I was
point.
thinking, I didn't know if it was 30, but I recall. So that kind of puts it in perspective as to where we are. I mean, 15 may sound like a tremendous number to somebody that didn't realize that we were nearly at 30 at one time. So
One left to go to the PD. 2 have left to go to the military, I believe. And the others, they just left. I can't tell you why. But we've lost about 6 or 7 this last couple weeks.
So we have improved a good bit from where we
Oh,
were
yeah.
some time ago. I think that's the thing to concentrate on.
Most of those are new people leaving and
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, they're the ones who come work a couple weeks or a couple months, that it's not for
Not for
them.
them.
Yeah.
Not for them, and they leave. I think the ones that we see they're staying have been there starting to, like I said, we get those 10 or 12 that are in jail school now. We don't have to have a jail school until August. That tells me we've got a lot of people who are long-termers now. So, 'cause for a while we were doing a jail school once a quarter because we had so much new meat coming in.
And jail school's not free, is it?
150 hours.
It consumes time and, yeah. So we have improved a good bit from where we were.
It's 150 hours.
It's 150 hours. It consumes time and, yeah. It's 150 hours. It consumes time and, yeah. So we have improved a good bit from where we were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad to see this report, because I think a lot of times you get into one of these scenarios where, you're taking in income, but if it's pushing your overtime rate and you don't have it figured in there, that can really trip you up. So I'm glad to see this analysis. This is a good thing.
We are, I think we've talked to the WFISD about the jailer program in the school district, maybe starting in the spring of next year. We were supposed to, she's working on having some meetings later this month or in February with parents, and maybe even grab a few at the end of this school year and put them into that jail school in August that are interested.
That's been a multi-year trying to get
About
something
4
off the
years
ground,
working on that
yeah.
now.
It's good.
It was a big push when we first did it, and then the school got away from it, the TAE?
TEA.
Yeah, but now it's back on their target of people to go after, students,
Yeah.
job, career opportunities.
I was at a board meeting out there at the Career Center, Will, and they discussed it, and they're all pro for it. So
That's good.
that's good.
Once you get those pipelines set up, they tend to be self-perpetuating because
Yeah.
they see their peers or other students who do it, like it, the word gets around, and then off you go. It's good.
Commissioner Beecham had a meeting Tuesday with Core Health and MSU. I did not attend, or Wednesday. I had a doctor's appointment.
Yeah,
also.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
Wednesday afternoon.
Did they go well?
Yeah, it went excellent. Yeah, they're gonna work with MSU to do correctional nursing, to start developing, cooperation between those two entities. And we don't know what it's gonna morph into, but everyone seemed to walk out of the room very excited about the possibilities, so.
Yeah. So most excited I walked out of a meeting in some time.
Yeah.
That one because everyone was ready to go.
Yeah, it could mean a pretty good cash windfall for Wichita County, and that we're not paying outside nurses to come here on our Core Health contract. But it also will attract other nursing students to the community and fill needs regionally, so.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good win.
Good deal. I also have some numbers for courthouse security.
Okay.
They made 386 arrests. Courthouse was open 248 days, and they had 133,763 go through the screening. That's a lot of folks.
Say that number again?
133,762.
150,000 people, Nerdy. Wow.
When I was over at the LEC the other day, Melvin said y'all been losing patrol officers as well.
Do it.
Said we were losing patrol officers.
We have several in the process at the PD,
Okay.
and we have one that I believe is going to apply for DPS.
Okay. It'd be kind of normal though to move around.
To a certain degree, these are because of the price, the income,
Yeah.
the pay. So,
Well, we can compete with the state.
no. No, can't compete with the state, so.
Stay tuned on that.
Stay tuned on that, yes, sir.
Budget time's around the corner. Okay. Chief, thank you for
You're
that.
welcome.
Does anyone have any other questions on salaries report or overtime?
What is this? How many days of new payroll? Is this a mixed payroll, man? So how many days of new was in here?
2.
Just 2? Okay, so it's very slight change.
One, and then there shouldn't be any change with the exception of the elected officials. Everyone that had department heads or elected official or department heads or employees, those went effective 1/3. So their payroll changes are not on this payroll.
Okay.
So it should still be the 2024 salaries that are being reported.
Okay.
I'd like to talk just for a second about the 561 budget.
Yeah.
For last year. I don't know the total numbers are in yet, but 200,000, you thinking?
I don't have the accrual for this last payroll in yet,
Okay.
but yeah, I think that was about right.
561 probably ran 200,000 over, $140,000 of that was Cornerstone software that we bought. So with all the overtime if last year, I'm pretty happy that's where we ended up at, 60 to 75,000 of what we had budgeted a year and a half ago.
Where is 560 gonna be at?
It's gonna be just a little short, not much.
Mhm.
I mean, it's gonna have extra. It felt like 98, 99%,
Okay,
but that 1% doesn't make up 561's
right.
1%.
Yeah.
Put a donation box at the door.
Yeah.
561 is currently 248, and it'll probably be ballpark more than likely a little over 300.
Okay, so 150 more, not minus the Cornerstone.
Yeah, and sheriff's 69 left in it, and then after that goes, it'll probably about 30, 35 still in it to help cover.
Yeah,
A little bit of it.
yeah, and we're going to do a end of year when we do the accrual for the salaries and benefits. We'll do an end of year cleanup budget amendment to bring all those up to what they need to be.
Think that'll be 2 weeks time, 4 weeks time?
That's our goal is 2 weeks.
Okay. Any other questions on salaries or overtime? Okay, then let's go to item number 3, which is review and discuss regular bills. I think Matt sent this 7:49 PM last night.
That's when I was reading it.
It put you to sleep. I will go ahead and highlight that there are some IHC claims that we received. Some of those, if you clicked into them and went to the invoice date, they are early 2024 or even late 2023 claims. They are being paid now because they were sent to Social Security to verify. They have confirmed that they're eligible for payment, and now they're being
So these were pending cases?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's 3 individuals.
That's,
There's nothing we can do about those, it just takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, if it was just late invoicing, I was wanting to know what vendors, so we could reach out to them directly and make sure we're getting our invoices on time. We've had problems with that in the past.
No, I think everything was under the 95 days, and it just was.
Yeah, we'll usually run into several first of the year,
Yeah.
so.
Matt, we've got 2 volunteer fire departments that we don't have their completed, signed off on agreement back yet.
Right.
Neither of them have issues, they've both been made aware of it. Wichita East, I expect will have, over the weekend or Monday. Electra's working on it, and I think they'll have it back too. If we don't have those by Tuesday though, is it best to just leave them on now and then
We can hold.
we can hold them, okay?
Yeah.
Just hold them.
Yeah, because again, there's no issue and I want to make sure they get their payment, but also that is a requirement of it.
I
Yeah,
talked
so-
to the
Hayden.
fire department, we had a fire department meeting Wednesday night,
yeah.
and Electra and Hayden both said they would have them done.
Okay.
They said they would have them done by Friday, by today, so we'll see.
Okay, all
I
right.
told them that the checks, and I did tell them in the meeting that their checks wouldn't go out until they were signed, so.
We'll keep you posted on
Yes, sir.
when we get
Thank you
those.
all.
bills would stay like that all year, we'd be in great shape. But I bet it's not gonna happen.
I have faith. You can do it. That's a little bit out of your control, I guess. Huh?
A little bit, you know.
Well, and while y'all are still looking at that, we've got, we being me, Matt, and Mike, have a call with ClearGov next week. I think it's next week. For, I think we are about ready for the actual rollout of ClearGov. All the data's in, the import has happened, and so should be getting that shortly. I'll be reaching out to department heads, elected officials. Once we've sort of got our hands around it and have done the training, we'll be reaching out to let folks know that it's up and running, and it should give y'all another tool to easily see what's going on with your budgets for the past and current and hopefully future. So stay tuned. We're nearly there on that rollout.
And another software update real quick is Munis is going to be undergoing a software update this weekend. It's supposed to roll out this weekend. And we will roll the 2025 budget after they've completed that.
Okay.
So that way we don't have any hiccups. Yeah.
No hiccups with the software update?
I know it. Wednesdays we'll get the old.
You're an optimist.
I'm trying. We'll get the TSG and the TSG server and the giant printer out of our office one day.
That's
It's a
exciting.
goal.
You gonna have a ceremony of some sort? Light it on fire and cast it down
The plan about 3 or 4 years
No
ago was
fire, no fire, no fire.
we had talked about 3 or 4 years ago blowing it up, but I don't know that that's an option.
It's a museum piece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Attention.
I get that. Boom.
I'm
Chief.
sorry, I
Yes,
was
please.
not paying attention.
That guy's I can't believe they still sell that stuff over the counter.
What's
that?
With the tannerite.
Oh, yeah.
I really can't believe they do that, but
Mhm.
it's out there.
Just get it far enough away from the building, please.
I've got 20 acres. We'll be all right.
We need you to sign a waiver.
Oh, we'll,
Uh-huh.
we'll
Yeah.
get calls on that, so.
Everyone good on bills? You need a little more time?
Good.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. All right. It is 10:25 and court is adjourned.